Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I will show you how you can replace the visor of the original Disney Mandalorian helmet with a brand new one. And as you can see, I really messed up my visor one day before a convention, so that was pretty unfortunate. And I did that with a nail polish remover. So don't do that. So learn from my mistakes, please. And I did another mistake in this very video at the very end. So I have a tip at the end of the video. So here you can see the old one and the new one, and the new one is basically like sunglasses. So it's also good for your eyes when it's like very sunny. So what you want to do first is remove the screws, of course. And what I did here is I started at the back of the helmet. I did that a week before that, so I unscrewed like every screw to understand the helmet better. You don't have to do that, so you don't have to remove the screws from like the entire helmet. It's just important that you remove the side parts because they keep the helmet kind of together, on the left hand and right hand side of the helmet. And you don't have to remove the screws at the back of the helmet. That's not necessary. So just the front part and the side part. And so what you can see here is me unscrewing the screws off the side. And they have these side parts in the inside of the helmet that keep the parts on the outside together and attach it to the helmet. So you just deattach the left part and the right part. And the right part of the helmet is a little bit different and a little bit trickier. And here you can see it's like getting really messy because you really don't want to break these parts, these front parts of the helmet, because they are very loose and I think very easy to break. So we have to be really careful here. And what you can see here is an inner part. You just want to remove it, but there's a trick for that. So I didn't know that in this very moment, but now I know it. So you can just remove it very easily. Maybe you need a tool, a screwdriver or so, but be careful. I think it's also pretty easy to break. And the right side, this part here, this outside part here, is easier to remove because you can also mount what's it called, a flashlight to it. It comes with the helmet, but I don't need that. You could place a battery there and mount, like I said, this flashlight there. So this plastic piece is just there to keep the helmet together. So I kept it. I cut the wires there. There were like cables and stuff like that, but I cut everything that was unnecessary to me. And this is a little bit tricky. I'll show you that in a minute, because this part is a little bit also easy to break. This what I deattach now, because there's like this little thingy like this one here, and this is, I think, easy to break, and it deformed a little bit when I removed it when I tried this the first time, and I don't trust this thing, so I'm really extra careful when I remove this part here. So and the screws here just hold this helmet on the right side together. So, and now what am I doing now? So it's everything is loose and easy to break. Be careful. And what I do now is go to the forehead parts, because this new visor, you can see there's like an upper part for a screw and this long side that goes downwards. is for the screws, and what you can see now is the forehead. So there are also screws in the inside. They are very hard to, yeah, how to say, stretch it or like pull it not together, but you know what I mean. It's like very hard on the forehead. It's easier on the lower parts of the helmet in the front, but easy to break. So be very careful here. And here I'm just testing around, yeah, because I wanted to see how it bends. So how does this visor bend? But it bends really pretty well. But it's like in between of the, how to say, the major part of the helmet and the outside armor. And you have to like just put it gently there. And yeah, it's a little messy, and I am pretty nervous just watching this. And here I'm beginning with the second mistake. So you will see it in, I think, a minute or two, because here is where I mess up the second time, which is not too bad, but I need to fix it somehow. Yeah. So yeah, what I can tell is there are longer screws, middle long screws, and short screws. And what I did not do, at the very first time, I did not categorize them. So what I would do now, the next time, is I would have a place for the long screws, maybe with a name on it. Yeah, so maybe back of the helmet, side of the helmet, front of the helmet, and then I would put the screws there accordingly. I think that would be better, because I cannot really tell where the shorter screws get and where the longer screws get. So you will see in a minute why this is important, yeah, when you want to remove a visor. So yeah, here I put everything together again, and yeah, like I said, this part with the battery is necessary just to keep the helmet together, and the side parts are really, really important for that. So can be a little bit tricky, and I don't know if you can see it already, but I messed up the front. Yeah, the front is like pretty messed up now. I used a longer screw, and why this is not so good, you will see it in a minute, hopefully. So the side parts are really easy to distinguish, and because it's a little tilted, of course, it goes with the helmet lower part, yeah. So it's very like obvious which part comes where. So, and here you can see I messed up. You can see that the screw was too long. I was just mildly shocked, because I think I can fix it. I have an idea. Maybe I glue some buttons on top of this and weather it somehow. Maybe a white button each, yeah, on the left and right side. Yeah, should be no problem, hopefully. And yeah, so the next time, like I said, I would cluster, cluster the screws and put a name tag on it, front part, side part, back part, maybe forehead part or something like this to know which screw comes where, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. I think it looks even better like the previous visor, and it was like 20 bucks or so. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Learn from my mistakes, please, and see you in the next one.